I grew up in the hood. I was, abused. I was put in child foster care and all this stuff. But you know what? Like that, rewrote my story. That's not my story anymore. I'm doing shit that people couldn't even imagine ever. I didn't even imagine I could do, but I did imagine it and I did it. And that's part of my brand. And that's what makes people resonate with me more than other people. Now, you ask, is personal development coaching too vague? Yes, that is too vague. So there's a thermometer, right? A temperature gauge versus general and vague to and like broad to specific, and there's riches and niches, right? So if you're saying I help female entrepreneurs that are struggling in their business to break through to that next level, then that's a lot more specific than personal development. So get a pen and paper, and what you want to do, one of the tools is identify who you want to help, like that heart set. Is it moms? Is it entrepreneurs? Is it 60-year-old men? Is it 25-year-old women? And then you want to write, what problem am I solving for those people? If you choose to work with female entrepreneur women in their 30s, what problem are you solving for them? Personal development. And then, right, think of this is always, I'm going to say this again, I hear this time and time again, how to get more specific. They're not having nightmares about personal development. Ask yourself, like, that's always the test. Are they rolling around in bed at night saying, tossing and turning, saying, I need personal development? No. There's a more specific thing that they need. Either their love life is suffering, like they need the tool of personal development to help their love life, or they need the tool of personal development to help their business, or they need that tool of personal development to help their health, right? So those are the three areas. So you want to remember, personal development is a tool. It's not a niche. So you're using, and then the third column would be the tool, which is personal development. So first is, exactly, no nightmares about the personal development. So the first is like, maybe you want to write, what are your tools? That's the first column. Personal development, communication, are your tools. Maybe it's like Reiki or, acupuncture, like some of our clients. Then after you have the tools, who are you wanting to use those tools on? Is it mothers? Is it, older fathers? Is it female entrepreneurs? Then after you have the tool and who you're using that tool for, you want to get the problem. Well, you kind of want to have the problem first before the tool, so you know which tool you need. But these are the three columns, right? So, and they don't have to go in any order. Like you figure them out through fluidity. So the problem that you're solving for these female entrepreneurs, is it helping them in, break it down more, their relationship, their business and finances and career, or their health? That's it. That's your homework. I don't want to overwhelm you with more. You need to figure out the problem you're solving, who you're solving it for, and what the tools, like personal development, you're using to solve for that. So that's one of your tools. You said you're a shaman. Okay, shaman. So you can break that apart. There's tools that shaman use in specific rituals. Shamanism relates to a specific type of person. So maybe you want to work with spiritual female entrepreneurs because you're a female spiritual entrepreneur, and that's who they're going to resonate with more, is when you're being you. So you already know who you're going to work with. Female spiritual, is it entrepreneurs? I'm not sure. I'm just making an assumption, right? And then your tool is shamanistic stuff and personal development. What's the problem you're solving for them, girl? Is it in their health, their wealth and business, or their relationship? That's where you need to figure it out, and you need to stick to one. for at least a year or so and speak to that person. So you have your homework, that's your next step. Write down in your journal in big letters, I work with, instead of saying I'm a personal development coach, because that's like that's gonna repel people. They're gonna be like, oh, I've had one of those before and they burned me, or I know what that is. It's gonna repel them. But when you say, I help female spiritual entrepreneurs to, avoid breaking up in their relationships, or to make X amount more money in their business, or to overcome anxiety and crippling depression by, using shamanistic rituals and tools, that's a lot more compelling. They're like, whoa, I need that. I've been tossing and turning because my relationship screwed up. My business and finances are all a disarray. My health is suffering. Pick one of those three. That's it. You're welcome. Yeah, this is your branding message, Sonia. Branding is more than just, colors and photos and fonts. It's your message. It's like who you are as a spirit, your principles, your standards, right? Why people are going to go to you over the competition, because your brand, who you are, is resonating with them, right? Your principles. So you really want to get clear on what are your brand principles. Like for us, it's the sacred laws of economics. You pick one niche, one problem, one set of tools at a time for 1 year, the law of ones, right? And like Lauren said, it's my entire story. Like I grew up in the hood. I was, abused. I was put in child foster care and all this stuff. But you know what? Like that, rewrote my story. That's not my story anymore. I'm doing shit that people couldn't even imagine ever. I didn't even imagine I could do, but I did imagine it and I did it. And that's part of my brand. And that's what makes people resonate with me more than other people, because they grew up in the hood too and people told them they couldn't do it. And I get to be that leader and it just makes people attracted to me. So that's your job as well, is to really write out all that and profess that so people really understand what you're about. Other than that, if you have any questions, feel free. Watch the masterclass if you haven't watched that yet, Sonia. If you need like a little review, anybody that's watching this, if you haven't watched our masterclass yet, we teach you about how to create a signature offer, a signature journey, how to create automated attraction-based inbound marketing, and a few other things, and it's really important. So sign up for that if you've already been that and you're ready to just get some momentum going and maybe work a little closer with us, then send us a DM. You're watching this now, so you can see my Facebook. Just add me, send me a DM, and we will be here for you. That's it for today. Take care.